Hello and welcome to Greatness Radio. I am your host, Monica Carter-Tagore, bringing you information, inspiration, and occasionally even interviews to help you show up at your best. When you've made the decision to go for your own greatness, this is the place to be. Let's get to it. I am so excited to talk to you a bit more about my book, Spark. Spark is a book about celebrating and using your gift. It's a book about helping you to discover your gift and to see a way you can use it to create income and impact in your life. You know how I feel about your gift. I believe you have one. And I believe life gives each of us at least one gift, sometimes and often more, to be able to make our way. And of course, making our way is about making an income, because we've got to be able to take care of ourselves and to do things we enjoy and to help other people. And it's about making an impact, because we all want to feel that we matter. We want to know we matter. And when we're doing work that touches the lives of others, that shows that we matter. That shows the impact. That shows the difference we're making. So your gift is there to help you not only make an income, but to make an impact too, so that you can do something that matters and you can do something that brings in income for you, that allows you to live a great life, that allows you to touch lives, that allows you to be able to go out and do the things that you enjoy. But too many of us are ignoring our gifts, or we're not using them in the best ways. In fact, often we are ignoring our gifts. We're ignoring our gifts, and instead we're doing work that just does not reward us in any way or rewards us minimally. Statistics show that about 87% of the world's workers are doing work that they don't like. They're disengaged from their work, and some are absolutely miserable in their work. I've talked about that before in this podcast, and really it's related to a central theme of my work right now. And that central theme is that you don't have to be stuck struggling in an area of weakness, or struggling in an area where you don't feel that you are very good, or struggling in an area of work that you simply don't like. You don't have to be stuck there. Instead, you can shine in an area of work that allows you to use your gift, that allows you to use the capability that life has given you. You can shine in the area of your gift. And so in my work right now, and especially in this book, Spark, I want to encourage you and to open your mind to the possibility that no matter where you are right now, no matter who you are right now, you can use your gift to do meaningful work. Use your gift to make an impact. Use your gift to make more income. In this podcast, I want to actually share an excerpt from a chapter in the book. And that excerpt is related to how we can all really think about our gifts in the context of our work. And that excerpt that chapter is about an equation that helps you to really think about your gift in the context of the work you want to do. And this is an equation to turn your gift into impact and income. So listen up, and I'm going to share with you that equation. But first, I want to share a couple of examples of people who were able to use their gifts. One is a young man named Scott Densmore. And I discovered Scott Densmore's work a few months ago and fell in love with it. I fell in love with it because I liked the vibe he shared, and I liked the ideas he conveyed. In fact, I felt that what he was sharing really resonated with me, because those are some ideas that I have been sharing and concepts that I have been presenting as well. So it felt like he was a kindred spirit. He was talking to people about doing work they loved, doing work that only they could do. You see, Scott, when he was in his early 20s, he had a demoralizing or crushing workplace experience at a Fortune 500 company. And so that really got him to start thinking about work and to start thinking about what we want to get out of work, what we're putting into it. And so eventually that led him on the path of creating his own business around the idea of doing work you love. He created a website and a business called Live Your Legend. Live Your Legend is about what I just said. It's about doing work you love. And so he created a vibrant community around that. In fact, he and his wife had a worldwide tour going on. They had a lifelong dream of touring the world. And so he developed enough Live Your Legend communities around the world that he was going to take a tour and visit as many of those Live Your Legend communities as he could, just all over the world. And so he was in that process when something tragic happened. He had a personal dream of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. And he and his wife were on this worldwide tour, and they were climbing Mount Kilimanjaro one day when, unfortunately, a huge boulder came down, and Scott was killed with this falling boulder. And I discovered Scott's death, or found out about Scott's work after he passed away. Of course, at first I didn't realize he had passed away, and then I saw something on the internet that where people were talking about him in the past tense, where they were mourning him. And so I quickly went to his website, hoping it was not true, only to find out it was. Scott had passed away. He had died. Scott was 33 years old. I felt so sad. I was a bit even upset at finding out that this young man had passed away in the prime of his life. He was making so much contribution, touching so many lives, and he was here no longer. But even as I felt sad that the world no longer had Scott, I was encouraged that the world had Scott's work. You see, Scott found his gift early, his gift of a message of Live Your Legend. And so he didn't wait to share it. He started sharing it as soon as he discovered it. And so he had been for years sharing this message of Live Your Legend, sharing this message of figuring out and doing work that only you can do. And he had built this worldwide community of other people who were striving to live up to that idea of living their own personal legends, of doing things that made them happy and doing things where they could contribute and doing things that really allowed them to shine. And so though his life was cut short very early, his work lives on, and his work continues to make an impact. And so I share that story for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I really appreciate the work that Scott did. And number two, I want to encourage a sense of urgency within you. If you are doing work that is grinding you down, if you're doing work that is crushing you, if you are doing work that you don't like, can't stand, hate to even do, why are you doing it? You don't have time to do that. It's time for you to do work that rewards your spirit. It's time for you to do work that allows you to shine in the use of your gift. That's why you have your gift. And you don't know how much time you have. You don't know who needs what you should be offering. You don't know who is craving what you could be offering. You don't know who is stuck because you're not moving. You're not moving in the area of your gift. Instead, you are hanging out in possibly the area of your weakness. If you are doing work that doesn't draw on your strength, then you're maybe in the area of your weakness. If you are doing work that is demoralizing to you, if you're doing work that doesn't allow you to be at your best, then it's time for you to do something different. It's time for you to truly do a little bit of soul searching and to be practical about it, to do also a little bit of market research. Who can stand to use your gift? Who needs what you have to offer? That's where the equation comes in that I want to share with you in just a moment. But before I get there, I want to actually back up and tell you another story or an example of another person. Even as I talk about and encourage you to feel this sense of urgency to get out there now and to start using your gift, to wait no longer, I don't want you to feel as if the time you've already spent doing whatever you've done is a waste. I don't want you to feel as if you have just wasted so much of your time, because the reality is that sometimes our greatness takes a while to simmer. It takes a while to develop. Sometimes it takes a while for us to truly grow in our gifts and to use them in the way where we can best shine. I am reminded of a story about Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is one of today's most respected actors. But you know, he didn't really get his big role, his first big role, until well into adulthood. In fact, he didn't get his first movie role until he was 34, and it was another nearly 20 years before he got his first big movie role, when he was 50. It wasn't until Morgan Freeman was 50 that he really got that start that we seem to know him for today. And then, of course, 2 years later, when he was 52, he was in Driving Miss Daisy, which is the movie that so many of us learned of him in. And, of course, he received an Oscar nomination for the work, so on and so forth. But the point that I want to make here is that I want you to feel a sense of urgency to start using your gift now, because you don't know how much time you have. But I also don't want you to feel as if there's an expiration date on your gift. Your gift does not expire because you get older. It expires because you don't use it. So whether you are 20 now, or 30 now, or 40 now, or 50 now, or 60 now, or even 70 now, if you've not been using your gift, or you've not been shining in your gift in the way you feel that you can, it's not too late. It's not too late for you to work in your gift and shine in your gift. That's what I want to encourage you to think of. And that's why this equation is so important. The equation I want to share with you is called the LLP equation. Now let me spell that out for you so it actually makes sense. The first L is love. And that's about doing something you love. What would make your heart sing? What would get you excited in the morning? What do you enjoy doing now? Even if you're not getting paid for it, what do you truly enjoy? What are you passionate about? That's the first love. It's about doing something you truly enjoy. The second L is love again. And that is about doing something that loves you. A few weeks ago, I did a podcast about doing work you love and that loves you. And so that second L for that love is about doing work that loves you. Work that loves you means that you're pretty good at it. That's the area of your competency. That's the area of your gift. So the first L is love, doing work you love. The second L is doing work that loves you, work that you're really good at, the work that's in the area of your gift. And the P is for problem. This is a very important part of that equation. You have got to be able to match up what you love, what loves you, with a problem somebody else is having. And the bigger the problem, the better. You see, you have got to be able to create a solution around your gift and around what you enjoy doing based on somebody else's need, based on a need that's so pressing that it has become a problem for them, and a problem they are willing to pay to have solved. The challenge I see with many people who dare to try to use their gifts is that they use their gifts simply out of love of doing that thing and out of an ability of being able to do it, out of their capability, but they ignore being able to match their gifts to a problem someone else is having. And the result is that they create an offering that nobody wants. They're doing work nobody's willing to pay for. So you don't want to get stuck in that place, because that's a place of frustration, that's a place of starvation, that's a place of angst. You want to use this equation to, again, figure out what you truly love doing, figure out what loves you, and figure out how you can do your thing in a way that solves someone else's problem. So you might ask, okay, well, what problem was Scott Densmore solving when he created this Live Your Legend website and community? Well, he was solving the problem that many people experience, and that's that they're feeling a bit of emptiness. around their work. They're feeling a bit of frustration around their work. They want to get more out of their work. And so he was able to see this problem because he had also experienced it. And he was able to create a website and offerings around this to be able to give people options, to be able to give people encouragement, and to be able to give people a community so that they could network and speak with other people who were experiencing similar challenges. And so people responded because he was solving a problem. That's what I want you to do. Look at how your gift can solve a problem. His gift was the message of live your legend. His gift, that message, solved the problem that so many people were experiencing. And you might say, well, what problem was Morgan Freeman solving when he took on these roles? Well, he was solving the problem of talent. There were many directors who were looking for quality actors to portray certain roles and to portray those roles in a believable way. And he was able to fill that void. He was able to step in and be the answer to a director's query, be an answer to a director's challenge, be an answer to a director's problem. And so he was able to take on and to execute roles in a believable fashion. And so he was solving that problem for a director, and more broadly, in terms of society, he was able to provide entertainment. A lot of times we dismiss entertainment. We feel that entertainment is light, or that is optional, or that is not important. But really, entertainment is important. Entertainment allows people to step away from their daily problems for a little while. Entertainment allows people to maybe get refreshed or recharged. Entertainment allows people to find some light in their day. So if your gift lends itself to providing entertainment, don't take that lightly. You could be solving a real problem for someone. Entertainment may be just what someone else needs. I am reminded of a story of Norman Cousins, and I shared this, of course, in the book Spark as well. But Norman Cousins was one of the pioneers in laugh therapy. He had been diagnosed with an illness, and doctors told him that there was a very good chance he was not going to survive. And so Norman Cousins decided to figure out how he could be a participant in his own recovery. What could he do to increase his chances of surviving? And so he put himself on laughter therapy. He realized that when he laughed, that made him feel better, and it actually produced a response within his body. He was able to shut off the pain for a while. In fact, he figured out that if he watched Marx Brothers movies, then if he laughed for 10 minutes, he could have 2 hours of pain-free sleep. That's pretty important for someone who was racked with pain and who was having trouble sleeping. So he could laugh for just 10 minutes and suddenly have 2 hours of pain-free sleep. So entertainment wasn't light for him. Entertainment wasn't optional for him. Entertainment was life-saving for him. So don't discount your gift if it seems like it's just about entertainment. What may be just for someone else may be essential for yet another person. So be creative when you're thinking of your gift. When you're using that equation, LLP, then you can figure out the end of that, which is meaning and money. The LLP equation equals meaning and money. It allows you to do something that is meaningful, something that matters, something that's impactful, and it allows you to earn income from it. When you put in place this equation, you can really see your gift in a whole different way. It won't simply be a capability you have, but it will be a tool for you to enhance your life as well as the lives of others. So, what can you do with your gift? How can you stop hanging out in the area of your weakness? How can you start hanging out in the area of your strength? What do you need to do around your gift now? If you are doing work that is really crushing you, that's really killing you, work you don't enjoy and it's not drawing on your gift, what solution can you create to change that? What solution can you create with this equation so that you start doing new work, different work, better work? Maybe your solution is to write a book. Maybe it's to start a coaching practice. Maybe it's to somehow provide entertainment in some way that's appropriate. Maybe it's to create a training program. I don't know, but figure out what way you can use your gift to be able to go and create meaning and money, so that you can go and create meaning and that you're doing something that matters and that's making an impact, and you're able to generate income from that. If your work is, let's say, in accounting, and somehow that is just really crushing your soul, it's boring you, you can't see how you can go to work another day, but you find that you really love encouraging people, you are really good at giving advice, then maybe it's time for you to build a solution around your gift of advice. Maybe it's time for you to start a coaching practice, or even write a book on the area where you can give advice, on an area where you know something about. So maybe you start to move in that direction. And so eventually that coaching practice replaces that soul-crushing accounting job. It's about you figuring out what you're good at, what you love, and how that can solve someone else's problem. Because, for instance, using the example that I just gave, you have a gift of perhaps advice and encouragement, then your solution to someone else's problem may be in that coaching practice. You may find that there are people who need your advice and your insight and your perspective and are willing to pay for that. You may find there are people who need your particular style, the style that you share, because it's uplifting and encouraging. And so they would pay for that because perhaps you are more of a nurturing or encouraging coach or life strategist or whatever title you use, whereas someone else may be more bombastic or yelly or a harder tone, to where maybe that may appeal to someone else, but it may not appeal to the person who needs your help. So look at how your gift can be a solution for someone else. Don't discount your gift because it comes easily to you. Don't discount your gift because it's something that you would do for free. Don't discount your gift because you haven't thought of a way to use it for money. Right now, look at that equation. And if you look at that equation long enough and hard enough, you will figure out a way to be able to use your gift to solve someone else's problem, so that you can create meaning and you can create money. And of course, I certainly hope that you get my book Spark, because I share so many other insights and so many other pieces of advice and ideas to be able to help you to start thinking of your gift in a different way, to start thinking of your gift as something that you can start to use right now, that you are implored to use right now, that is urgent for you to use right now. And I want to encourage you, as you read the book, to really see yourself in the pages. See how that you can start using your gift no matter who you are or where you are now, whether you are young or whether you're older. It's time to start using your gift. There's a sense of urgency to your gift because, again, somebody needs it. That's why life entrusted it to you. Don't waste your gift. Get out there and start using it. And when you start using your gift at a higher level, then you can not only shine, but you can create an impact in someone else's life and create income for yourself. So I want you to use your gift. Please check out my book, Spark, 11 Ways to Use Your Gift for Strategic Success. And be sure to take in the pages. It's not a very long book. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I wanted to make sure that it was meaty and it was meaningful, because again, this is meaningful work. Using your gift is meaningful work. So please use your gift. That's why life gave it to you. That's why life entrusted it to you. So use that equation, the LLP equation, so you can go out there and create meaning and money, so that you can go out and make a difference in others' lives and income for yourself. Go on and check out Spark. Go on and use your gift, and I'll see you back here in a few days. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to go to iTunes and subscribe. And tell a friend too, so they can live and breathe their greatness. And for more free information, inspiration, and ideas, be sure to go to monicacartertagore.com/greatness-newsletter and join the newsletter so that you get all of my best strategies, ideas, and information on freeing your greatness. In fact, go there now and you can get the Greatness Starter Collection, which is 3 free resources to inspire and inform you on your path to greatness. You have it in you. Go on. Set your greatness on fire.